We're going to start by talking about some of the different ways that we can categorize different numbers. In math, there are different sets of numbers. And we're going to start with the most basic set of numbers, which are the natural numbers, and we symbolize natural numbers with a capital N. These are positive numbers that you could use to count a certain number of things, starting at 1. So for this reason, we often call them the counting numbers as well, but for this course, we're going to call them the natural numbers. We usually write sets of numbers with curly brackets. So the way we would write the set of natural numbers is, we're going to say n is, so capital N and then a little colon, and then we use these curly brackets. And it's going to say n is everything inside of these curly brackets. So that's 1, 2, 3, and on and on and on. So that's how we write the set of natural numbers. One interesting thing to note is that 10 is a natural number, but 0 isn't. So 10, if we go on and on and on, eventually we'll go 9, 10, and so on. But 0 is not a natural number because you can't have, well, it's complicated. You can have 0 of something, right? You can have $0 in your bank account, but it's not a traditional counting number in the history of math. But what's interesting is that we do use 0 in the symbols of other numbers, like 10. 0 wasn't really accepted as a number for a shockingly long amount of time, at least not like a number like the other numbers. And so now we do accept it as just another number like the other numbers. It certainly has some special properties, but the next set of numbers that we're going to talk about are the whole numbers, which we symbolize with a giant W. These are all the positive, non-fractional, non-decimal numbers that include 0. So the whole numbers, capital W, colon, these are 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. That's how we write the set of whole numbers. So what you can actually see is that whole numbers contain all the natural numbers. Everything from 1 onwards is a natural number. And so if you look down here in the lower right-hand corner, whole numbers contain all the natural numbers inside of them. So going up one set of numbers from whole numbers, we get to integers, which we're going to symbolize with a capital I. But if you look around on the internet, you'll find that they're often symbolized with a capital Z as well. So these are all the positive and negative versions of the counting numbers, including 0. So if we want to write the integers as a set, we'd go capital I, colon, and then curly brackets. And now there's no beginning on the left-hand side of integers. It comes out of, an infinitely long stretch of numbers, and then you have, I'll write -3, -2, -1, and then 0 is included in integers, and then +1, 2, 3, and so on. So that's our set of integers. So notice here that we sort of have a whole bunch of numbers to the left of -3, -4, -5, -6, and so on, plus a whole bunch of numbers to the right of 3. So again, looking in the lower right-hand corner, integers have all the whole numbers in them, so that's starting at 0 and going over towards the right, plus all the natural numbers, because, of course, the whole numbers contain all the natural numbers. So integers contain all the natural numbers, all the whole numbers, which are the natural numbers plus 0, plus all the negative versions of all those numbers.